Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Good. 180. Check. I'm coming after you.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Regular.
Second and 5 now. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Lockett. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They run here with Singletary. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 12-yard line.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
44, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run. This is Cohen. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to run this with a tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Contreras. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Singletary on the toss play. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 80 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 36, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, check. Rap. Mike's 50. Get ready.
From the gun, Contreras. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down, Chargers.
Draw play, Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They've had the script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Waters. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On the return is Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 45 to Mike. Come on, D. Real. Under 10. Check nickel. Watch that.
They'll run on first down. Waters. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Check Mike 45.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the run currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Contreras. He finds his target, Beckham. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Contreras. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 66, Mike 50, huh? Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Contreras. And the pressure gets to him again. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
49. There it goes. There it goes. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Watch QB drop.
From the gun, Contreras. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
That's our own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Check 26.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try again with Cohen. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Set, ready. 6 yards. 49. Ready. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. I know he ain't got it.
Operating from the gun, Contreras gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Check Mike, check Mike. Switch, switch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Contreras. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Motion, motion. Hey, check it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen.
And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
It's caught. Jones. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
180. 44, come on. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Watch the air.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jerry Tillery, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw on 3rd down, Contreras. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mayfield. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First down, Los Angeles.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Let's go right here. 49's a mic. 49's a mic. Come on. You better put it to him, Jet. Cover. Put it to him, Jet. Cover.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Contreras. He finds Beckham, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Check. Check out. Hot. Magic. He's mine. Watch out.
On second down now. It's Cohen, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tariq Cohen with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trevor Williams with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 3rd and long for Mayfield. It's caught. Lockett. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 40. The 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
And he's got some space here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Get ready.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.